top best gaming phones for eFootball 2025 upcoming season on the 12th of September. So we're gonna be starting with the very first top best gaming phone one should have if you want to play football for a long time, or if you want to start content creating, or if you want to be the best, or you want to try to make quality videos out there on YouTube. So we're going to be starting with the very first phone, which is the Asus ROG 6 phone. This phone has a Snapdragon 8 Gen plus Gen 1, 18 gigs of RAM, 6.8 inch AMOLED display with a 165 refresh rate. As you all know from all of these specs I have said, that means the phone is actually a beast phone. This phone can be able to play games as long as you want. If you want to play for 8 hours to 10 hours, it is up to you. It has a 6000 milliamps capacity battery and a 65 watt charger. That means you can actually play games for a longer time, and as well you charge it within 30 minutes, your phone will be fully charged. It has a network of 2G bands, 3G bands, 4G bands, and actually has a 5G bands that can go up to a speed of 2000 megabytes per second or more. This phone was being launched on the 22 of July. Not that old, because I know a lot of old devices aren't performing good these days, so I feel like, yeah, this one is not that old. It's actually a water resistant device with a dual SIM and has a IPX4 water resistant screen, 2 OLED display on the back, and pressure sensitive zones for gaming triggers, just like a gamepad. It has a L1 and R1 control at the top of the device that can be used to play your favorite games like Call of Duty, PUBG, and so many more games. So yeah, it has an Android 12 upgradable to Android 13 with a Snapdragon 8 plus Gen 1 processor, which is a beast for that. Processor can be used to play a lot of games on ultra graphics, no high graphics. You can play any kind of graphics of your choice. It all depends on what kind of game you are playing, because I feel like that kind of chipset can be able to play a lot of games. So yeah, you don't need to be worried. And it has a 512 gigabytes of storage, the 50 MP camera. Since I've said it's a gaming phone, so I don't feel like you would want to use it to film. But if you want to film videos with it, if you want to do screen recording, it can shoot up to 8K 24 FPS, 4K 3060 and 120 FPS, 1080p 3060 120 and 240 FPS. And if you want to shoot on 720p, it can go up to 480 FPS. Do you know what that means? Your game would be so smooth as a butter, bro. Anyways, all of this I have said, you can see the phone. It has a 6000 milliamps capacity and a 65 wired fast charging that can go up to 100% in 42 minutes. Why don't you get yourself a Asus ROG 6 phone Pro? Alright, the second phone we're gonna be talking about is the Asus ROG Phone 5. This phone has a 64 MP camera and a 4K, more than 4K display that can be used to shoot or record your favorite games. It has an 8 to 16 GB of RAM, and it has a Snapdragon 888 5G. What people do not know about this chipset is that they feel like all kind of chipsets are meant to be together. Just like if Mr. A is using Snapdragon 858, the Mr. B might be thinking, yeah, I have a Snapdragon 2, even if it's not 858, that means I can still play the same game. No, I have a phone that has a Snapdragon 730G, and I bet that phone lags shit, bro. It lags a lot. I use it to do pack opening, and I just use it to make some soft gameplays. So if you want to get a good device, if you want to get a top best gaming phone, I would recommend you go for a Snapdragon 855 and above chipset for you to be able to play games on a smoother screen and for you to be playing games without lags. But yeah, as this Asus ROG 5 Phone Pro has a Snapdragon 888, you can be able to play your favorite games. It has a 6000 milliamps capacity battery. It has a 65 watt fast charging that can be used for those of you that love charging and playing. You can charge and play at the same time, but I won't recommend you to do the same because it has a separate way of charging. I mean, if you fully charge the phone on 100%, you can still charge, but the charging won't be used for the game. would be used for the battery is gonna be used for the phone. So I mean, your 100% is still safe. After which you have unplugged the cable of your charger, you can still tend to play the game without any battery drops or any you complaining about you losing a single percent while playing it. This phone has a 5G internet band and it was being launched on the 2021 March 10th, which was released on the 2021 April 2026. Yeah, it's AMOLED display, 1B colors, 144 Hz display, HDR10 plus, which has a crisp tone. That tone, you can actually see your game clearly. You can play your favorite games without any blurriness. And yeah, you enjoy the screen because it has a 1200 nits peak screen with a 6.78 inch 109.5 cm screen to body ratio. Has a 1080p times 2448 pixels, 395 ppi density. That is gonna actually make your game. And I feel like the screen is very wide as it looks in the display. It's actually Android 11 upgradable to Android 12, and it has a Snapdragon 888 5G, which can actually play football on the maximum graphics without any pinch, bro, of lags. Anyways, all of this I have said, you just get yourself a Asus ROG Phone 5, and yeah, say no more to lags and say no more to frame drops, because you're gonna enjoy the beast out of this phone. And yeah, let's go into the other one. So here on my screen is the ZTE Nubia Red Magic 5G. Can shoot up to 8K, 4K, 2K quality. Depends on your preference where you want to play with it. It has a Snapdragon 865 5G, which is actually good for gaming. You can actually play your favorite games without lags. You can actually play your favorite games without lags. You don't need to complain about you getting lags. It has a milliamps of 4500, not too bad and not too good. I mean, if you're a gamer, at least you need a maximum battery milliamps of 5000 and above, but 4500, and it has a 55-watt charging. So that means if the battery gets low quick, you can tend to like charge it up without wasting 2 minutes, without like wasting a lot of time sitting there waiting for your gaming phone to charge. So you already know it's gonna be filled up in next to no time. It's actually a 5G phone from the name ZTE Nubia Red Magic 5G. Has an AMOLED and 144 Hz type. Size 6.65 inches. Not too long, not too short, not too wide. 108.6 cm, 82.5% screen to body ratio, and it has a 1080p times 23480 pixels, 19.5.9 ratio. That means it has a corny gorilla screen and a wide display for you to be playing games without any inch on. This phone comes with a RGB light panel at the back that helps you whenever you're on gaming mode. You can see, hey, I'm on a gaming mode, my lights are showing to display that you are playing games. Pressure sensitivity zones with a 300Hz touch sensing. That means it is having a high touch sensitivity for those games like Call of Duty, PUBG Mobile, and many more. Has a built-in cooling fan, so you don't complain about heat whenever you play games. You just enjoy the smoothness and the cooliness of your mobile phone. And yeah, all of this is from the Red Magic Nubia 5G. It has an Android 10 Red Magic 3.0 with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 that can be able to play your most favorite games without any lags. Can shoot up to 8K 15 FPS, 4K 30 to 60 FPS, 1080p at 30, 60, 120 and 240 frame rates without any lag. This phone is another top best gaming phone you could get. That's with a milliamps of 4500, like I said, and can get 15% or 56% in 15 minutes and gets filled up in 40 minutes. So yeah, why don't you get yourself a Nubia Red Magic 5G phone with a Snapdragon 865, 8GB RAM and more, 6.65 inch AMOLED display, 144 Hz refresh rate. Good luck on those of you that wants to get yourself a top best gaming phone. I am just here to help you guys, and yeah, let's get into the next gaming phone. So here on my screen, it's another model, another product, the OnePlus 9 Pro. This phone comes with a 144 times 3000 and 3216 pixels. Has a 50MP camera with a 8K resolution, has a Snapdragon 885G that can be used to play your favorite games without any lag. All of this phone I am calling has their own preferred price. You can check them on AliExpress, you can check them on some certain platforms. All depends on your region and where you want to get them from. It has the 8 and 12 gig RAM variant. You can go for the 8, you can go for the 12 gig RAM. All I know, it has a good chipset, has a 4500 milliamps capacity battery with a 65 watts fast charging, has a 5G band that can be used to play, download, or maybe upload any video of your choice without complaining about you having network issues. It's actually a glass front Gorilla screen with a back glass aluminum frame, single SIM, nano SIM or dual SIM standby, has a IP68 dust water resistant up to 1.5 for 30 minutes, can be in the water for 30 minutes without any drownage or maybe water going through the ports of the phone. Yeah, it's actually a display LTPO fluid AMOLED 18 colors, 120Hz HDR10 plus 1300 nits peak, and it has a 6.7 inch ratio, 6.7 inch 108.4 cm 90.3% screen to body ratio. As the Android 11 upgradable to 14, a lot of people know that. For those I know, many people have been using this one, many people attend looking to buy this phone, and it has a Snapdragon Qualcomm 8885G that can be used to play your most favorite games without any lag. Like I said, as a 48MP, many people that buy gaming phone don't buy because of camera, because they buy the phone because of they want to play games, and it's gonna get the job done without complaining about lags. So this is another top best priority gaming phone you should go for if you have the money to buy. Like I said, this one gets filled up in 29 minutes, and before that time you're actually done. You're just gonna start playing games, rank push to division 1 without wasting any time. Here on my screen, it is another top best phone. This is the phone Marky Pence HD is actually using. Man is having a Xiaomi Black Shark 4 Pro, but this is the 4 variant. Still not bad. The Pro has a 888 Snapdragon, while the 4 has a Snapdragon 870, which is actually good for gaming. 5G, can shoot up to 2K to 4K videos, has a 1080p 2400 pixels, 4000 milliamps capacity, and a 120 watt fast charging. Your phone can get filled up in 13 minutes, bro. What the fuck is that? Anyways, this one has a 5G internet. 2021, that was when it was launched. It was launched March 23rd. That was when the phone was actually launched. It has a Super AMOLED display with a 144Hz HDR10 crisp 1300 nits peak, 6.67 inch 107.4 cm 100, like I said, 1080p times 2400, 20:9 ratio, 395 ppi density, always on display. Has an Android 11 Joy UI 12.5, Qualcomm Snapdragon 870, 5G octa-core, 1x3.2 GHz Cairo 585, and 3x2 42 GHz Cairo 585. That means it has a good chipset, it has a good processor speed, it has a good GPU and a good CPU. Play your favorite games without even say, Sonny, my network was bad. Because if you say that, that means you are not a pro player. So you have to get all of these phones I have called, and it has a card slot. No, doesn't have a memory card slot, because it comes with a 128GB variant and a 6GB RAM variant too. That's the 128GB RAM 8GB variant. That's a 128GB RAM, 128GB storage, and a 12GB RAM variant, and it has a 256 GB storage and a 8GB RAM variant, and it has a 256 again and a 12GB RAM variant. So you go for the one you want to go for. This phone can be able to shoot on 4K 3060 fps, 1080p 3060 240 fps, and a 1080p 960 frame rates per second. Don't complain about frame drops or lags in whenever you use this phone in for gaming or maybe for content creation. You can enjoy this mobile without complaining. So all of these devices I have just said depends on your preference, depends on the one you want. If you want to go for anyone, let me know. And yeah, so if you want another video for budget gaming phones, for those of you that don't have enough to spend, because all of these phones I have mentioned are the top best gaming phones you would want to go for, but yeah, not gonna lie, they are of higher prices. So if you want to go for a lesser one, let me know so I could make a video. And yeah, do take care of yourself, enjoy the rest of your day, have a sunny, catch you guys in another one, and yeah, peace out.